Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the third video in a new video series that I brought to this channel called What I've Watched. This video is my only non-bookish related video where I talk about the recent movies and TV shows that I've been watching because I'm an avid watcher of TV and movies, and I love doing that almost as much as I love reading, so I like to talk about it on this channel. I just started doing this earlier this year, so if you want to see my previous two videos of like what I've watched, then I'll put the links in the description for those. So I've watched a lot of things. This will be catching you up since what I've been watching since May, because that's the last time I filmed one of these videos. It's gonna be quite a few things, so I'm just gonna start with TV shows because I've been watching a shit ton of TV. First show I really want to talk about is Santa Clarita Diet. I binge watched this entire TV show. It's only 2 seasons so far. The third one's coming out next year. Oh my god, I fucking love this show. Like, at first I was like, this is so weird, and then the more you get into it, like the more you just keep watching the episodes, the more you get hooked, and it's so interesting and such a unique show. And I love Drew Barrymore. Like, this is my favorite thing that I've ever seen Drew Barrymore in, and I've always loved her, but like, oh my god, she is so good in this show. She's hilarious, and it's about how she becomes a zombie. Like, she dies. She becomes a zombie, and then it's like her and her husband trying to deal with her needing to eat people now. Oh my god, dude, it's fucking hilarious. I cannot wait for the third season. Like, this show is really like cleverly written too. It has a lot of really good plot twists, and it's just so surprising. Like, I fucking love it. I love it so much. I want to like rewatch it. That's how much I loved it. The second show I've been watching lately is Rick and Morty. I watched the first 2 seasons of this, and I watched this show because my boss said that it's his favorite show of all time, and I said Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time, and we had never seen each other's favorite shows of all time, so we made a deal to watch each other's favorite shows of all time. So he started watching Breaking Bad, and I started watching Rick and Morty. I really do love it. It's the only animated show that I've ever watched. Really like it. I love the like science part of it and the really like clever writing, and it's really self-aware too, which I like. Like, they're always like breaking the fourth wall, which I think is really funny, and Rick's character is just fucking hilarious, and Morty, oh my god, like, they crack me up, and it's the same voice actor that plays both characters, which I think is also really cool. Really liking it so far. Hopefully I'll get around to season 3 eventually. The third show I started watching is The Sinner, and this one is available on Netflix now. And this one stars Jessica Biel, and she murders this guy randomly on a beach in front of everybody and goes to jail and pleads guilty, and like everybody's trying to figure out why she did it. Like, why would she just go completely nuts for like 7 seconds and just go and like kill this dude for no fucking reason? Like, she doesn't even know him, it's a stranger. And so then the whole show like unwinds this like mystery of her past and like why she is the way she is, and oh my god, the show was so good. It was so like creepy towards the end. It was making me feel so unsettled, and like, and Jessica Biel was so good in this. Like, I don't even know if I've seen her really in anything else. God damn, she was fucking good in this role. Like, I was so hooked into the show. I was obsessed with it. I was like, I need to know the fucking answers. There is gonna be a second season, which I'm really surprised. It just started, I think, this month, so I'm gonna have to check out the second season, but oh my god, first season was fucking so amazing. Amazing, amazing. And the fourth show I watched was Shameless season 8, and Jesus Christ, I fucking love this show so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. This season in particular was like extremely entertaining for me, with Fiona and her like building, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers. Just, it's so entertaining. Like, this family just continues to be entertaining as hell, and it's kind of hard for me to pick a favorite character on the show because I just love them all so much, but Fiona has been growing on me so much. Like, a few seasons ago I couldn't really stand her anymore, like she was driving me nuts, but now I think she's back to being like one of my favorites. Like, every time she's on the screen I'm just like so entertained, and Emmy Rossum fucking kills it as Fiona. She's so good. I also really love Lip. Like, he has a soft spot in my heart because he's such a sweetheart. I just love them all so much. I love this show so much. I don't want it to end ever. Alright, now let's get into movies. So the first movie I wanted to talk about was Deadpool 2. I saw this the opening night that it came out in May. Funny as hell and entertaining as hell, and I will say I didn't like the second one as much as I liked the first one. It was still so fucking funny, so great, and Ryan Reynolds like kills it as Deadpool, as usual. I love Cable's character. Like, I wasn't expecting to really love him as much as I did, and same with the girl Domino. I thought she was fucking awesome. Like, she was a really cool character. I liked the little kid character, and I liked the relationship that Deadpool had with him in the movie. I thought it was so cute. Deadpool is just as crazy and impulsive as he is in the first movie, so it's fucking entertaining as hell. I really liked this one. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 or 4.5 out of 5. The second movie I saw was Life of the Party. Fucking hell, this was so fucking boring. It was so lame. It was such a, like, mom comedy, you know? Like, only mothers would appreciate this comedy, and particularly mothers of daughters who were, like, in college, and it was so cringy, and most of the comedy wasn't even funny. None of it hit. It was just so boring. Do not recommend. It's nothing you haven't seen before, like, honestly. The third movie I saw was Thoroughbreds, and this is a really awesome movie about these two girls, and it reminds me a lot of American Psycho, because one of these girls is just so, like, she, like, has no emotions, you know, and she doesn't, like, feel anything. And then the other girl gets, like, hired to be her friend tutor from her parents, and she's like, you don't think I know that my parents hired you just to be my friend, whatever. And so, like, they have this, like, awkward friendship in the beginning, but then the girl that gets hired to be friends with this girl that's a little bit more psychotic tells her that she wants to kill her stepdad, like, low-key, because her stepdad is this fucking monster of a man, and they start, like, making plans to, like, murder her stepdad, and, like, that's what the movie's about. And it's so fucking good. It's so weird. The way this movie's filmed is just so interesting. Love both of these actresses so much. Like, they're both so good. It's the girl from Split and the girl from Bates Motel. I loved this movie. I gave it 5 out of 5. It was fucking bomb. Fifth movie I saw was The Voices with Ryan Reynolds. A movie about how Ryan Reynolds is a serial killer psychopath, and he talks to his dog and his cat as if they're real people. So fucking entertaining. It's such dark humor. I think that this movie's take on a psychopath is just so interesting because you see everything from Ryan Reynolds' perspective. So, like, everything that you see his animals talking back to him. Like, you get to hear the conversations he thinks he's having. You get to see his apartment the way that he sees it. Like, the way you get to see the world the way that he does, right? And it's like when he's on his meds, like when he's taking his meds to be, like, a normal person, to not act like a fucking psychopath, you know? He'll go off his meds, or something will happen, like somebody else will see his apartment, and it does not look anything like the way that he imagines it does, and the way that he hallucinates that it does, I guess. And this movie was just fascinating as hell, and it's so creepy and, like, disturbing too. Like, this movie's really dark, like, it has a lot of, like, really graphic violence. Oh my god, it's so interesting, and Ryan Reynolds is so good in this movie. It's so underrated because nobody appreciates him for this role because it's such a small movie, but holy fuck, he's so good in this. Oh my god, it was so weird, and I can't stop thinking about it. The next movie I saw was Ocean's 8, and this movie was really badass only because it was 8 really badass females, and I loved seeing females working together and being badass and being queens. And that scene with Sandra Bullock in the very beginning when she goes to the makeup store and just, like, steals the makeup so effortlessly was, like, one of my favorite things. Honestly, this movie's okay. Like, some of it is really great, and then most of it is pretty forgettable, but Anne Hathaway fucking kills it in this movie. She's my queen. I love her. And I just loved seeing all these women all together. It was just so much fun. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and the heist scenes were really fun. I loved watching Anne Hathaway in those scenes too. The next movie I saw was Incredibles 2, and I saw this movie twice in theaters. I personally feel like it was even better than the first one. Like, I don't even understand how obsessed I was with the first movie when I was a kid, okay? It came out when I was, like, in 4th grade, and me and my sister would watch it every fucking day when we came home from school. I think that's part of the reason why I'm so obsessed with superheroes as an adult, because of that movie when I was a kid. Like, I was obsessed with that shit, okay? To say that this movie was better than the first movie, like, that is such a big deal because I love the first movie. This movie was so cool. It was so badass, and Elastigirl is my fucking hero and my queen. And, like, the family in this movie is so perfect, and Jack is so cute and so surprising, and just, oh my god, every scene Jack was in, I was like, fuck yes. And every scene Elastigirl was, like, thrown down, I was like, fuck yes. And I loved all the scenes of the dad at home with the kids. It was so cute and so funny, and I was laughing my ass off and crying, and I just, like, loved it. I loved it so much. I loved the whole like screen slayer or whatever his name was. I know some people thought it was really cheesy, but I actually thought it was really fucking cool. I thought it was really well done. God, I fucking loved it. It was everything I wanted it to be. Easily 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait to watch it again. The next movie I saw was Tag. This movie stars a bunch of really popular actors based off a real life story of these grown-ass men who played tag for like 30 fucking years. It was so fucking bad. It was so bad. It was not funny, really. It was just lame, and I understand the message behind it. Like, you're never too old to be like a kid still, and you know, I appreciate the message, but like, dude, they take this shit way too far. Like, way too far. Like, by the end of this movie, I was like, what the actual fuck? I didn't like this movie. It was a waste of my fucking time. The next movie I saw was Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I know that this movie has been getting a lot of hate from a lot of people for some reason, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know why. I really fucking enjoyed it. And I know that that's like an unpopular opinion because everybody thinks this movie's trash, but I don't care. I fucking loved it. Like, I know that this feels like a middle movie in the trilogy. Like, I understand that, but like, it was still so entertaining, and I love dinosaurs. The little girl actress in this movie, I thought she was so cute, and her like little relationship with Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt was so cute. It was a little like cheesy at times and predictable, but like, don't you expect that from Jurassic World movies? I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was so entertaining, and I love dinosaurs. I love all things dinosaurs. And then the next movie I saw was Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie was actually kind of disappointing. I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp was actually like mediocre. Like, I thought it was okay. I think the first Ant-Man was actually really fucking good, and this one was just like, okay. The only thing I really did like about this Ant-Man was the story of like Evangeline Lilly and her mom like trying to go back into the machine to find her mom. Like, that part of the movie really intrigued me. But the fucking like villain in this movie with the girl that's like she like disappears through time and she like glitches in and out of time, like, I thought she was so over the top and dramatic and lame, and like that whole idea of the villain, like, it was a cool idea, but the way it was executed I felt like was really bad. And I liked Paul Rudd's relationship with his daughter in the movie. I thought that was cute. I think I gave this one like 3 out of 5 stars. I wasn't like super impressed with it. Next movie I saw was Mission Impossible Fallout. This is the first Mission Impossible movie I've ever watched, but I went and watched it with my dad in IMAX for his birthday, and I've got to say it was actually really fucking entertaining. And I'm not a huge fan of like Tom Cruise in his movies, but I can definitely appreciate an actor that does all of his own stunts, and like some of these stunts were like, is he fucking crazy? Like, is he actually fucking crazy? That's crazy. Really entertaining as hell to watch this movie. Like, it was non-stop action for like 2 hours. Henry Cavill alone is worth watching this movie for. I was like hard eyes the whole time, like, oh my god, he's amazing. He's huge. So, there was some exciting like plot twists that happened in this movie. Like, I didn't think I cared that much, but I did by the end of the movie. I was like, holy shit. I just really enjoyed this movie. I give it like 4, maybe 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like, really enjoyed it. Would watch it again. It was really good. I'm shook. I'm surprised. The next movie I saw, however, was Fahrenheit 451, the adaptation. I watched it during the booktubeathon. This one was quite a disappointment, and I went in with extremely low expectations. Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon, they're great actors. They're some of my favorite actors. I'm not sure why they signed on to do this, to be honest, because it was a fucking mess, okay? The writing was shit. The CGI was shit. The editing was fucking shit. There was literally a fight scene that I noticed where the guy went to go like punch, and then they cut it, like edited it, and then it like went in a different direction, and it was like, nobody catch this before it went to air. Like, oh my god, every scene was so over the top and dramatic, and it was so different than the book in some parts. Like, he didn't even have a wife in the movie. Like, his wife is a huge character in the book. Just, oh my god, everything about this movie was a fucking hot mess. It was terrible. And the last movie that I just watched the other night is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which is now on Netflix, and it's an adaptation of the young adult novel that I loved so much, and I read it a couple years ago. This movie was so fucking cute, okay? I went in with really low expectations because I watched the trailer and I was like, ugh. This movie was so cute, and it has such a warm place in my heart because Laura Jean is so relatable to me. Like, I related to her so hard in this movie, and I forgot how much I love her family and her sisters, and her dad sits alone eating in the library, and she like hangs out with her little sister on Saturday nights when she should be going out with friends. Talks about how she likes to read about romance and she likes to write about romance, but she only ever fantasizes about it for her real life, because in real life romance is scary and you have to be vulnerable to people. And like, I especially like love that line when she's like, my life is a mess but I can clean my room, and I'm like, dude, that is me, because when my room is clean I feel like I've got my life together more or something. It was so cute, and I loved Laura Jean's character so much, and the actress that played her was just so cute and perfectly cast for Laura Jean. You know, the romance in this movie is definitely like young adult romance, if you know what I mean. It's a little cheesy, and the fact that we finally get a Korean lead in a movie, it just made my heart so happy. It was way better than I was expecting it to be, because I went in with pretty low expectations. So those are all of the things I've been watching recently. My movie pass has been acting like shit lately because I've been wanting to see like Mamma Mia and Crazy Rich Asians and all these movies that have been coming out recently, and my movie pass doesn't fucking work, so I haven't been going, and I've been working a shit ton of hours lately, so that's also another reason why I haven't been going. But hopefully I'll be able to see more movies soon, and because this fall time is coming up, so Oscar season is coming up, and y'all know I'm gonna be at the theater every fucking day when those Oscar movies start coming out. Oh yeah. I wanted to update you a little bit on the TV shows I'm planning on watching soon. Orange is the New Black very soon. I know the new season just came out. Can't wait to watch that. Another one is Sharp Objects with Amy Adams, written by Gillian Flynn. And I'm waiting until the series has its final episode in a few weeks, and then I'm just gonna binge the whole thing in like a day or two. So definitely gonna be watching that soon. That's definitely on my radar. I can't wait to watch it. And the third one is You. It's coming out in September. It's the Caroline Kepnes adaptation. I'm so excited. Have you guys watched any of these things that I've been talking about in this video? If you have, what are your thoughts? Do you watch any of those same TV shows that I do? Or if you plan on watching any of them, just let me know. And if you've watched any of the TV shows that I'm planning on watching, also let me know what your thoughts are on those. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time.